Saturday, March 21st, 2026, a GNDD Intelli Report topic. Nicholas Brendon, beloved sidekick on Buffy the Vampire Slayer, dies at 54. Please pardon any visual and informational inaccuracies in this partially AI-generated article-based video. Nicholas Brendon, beloved sidekick on Buffy the Vampire Slayer, dies at 54. He played the part of Xander Harris, one of Buffy's closest friends, on the hit television show about a teenage girl who protects the world from monsters. By Francesca Regalado and Hannah Ziegler, The New York Times. Published March 20th, 2026. Updated March 21st, 2026, 10:13 a.m. ET. Nicholas Brendon, an actor who played the lovable, clownish sidekick on the hit television show Buffy the Vampire Slayer, has died. He was 54. His family confirmed the death in a brief statement on Mr. Brendon's Instagram page on Friday, saying that he had died in his sleep. The statement did not say where or when he died. Mr. Brendon said in 2023 that he had suffered a heart attack. He also had several surgeries for a syndrome related to nerve compression at the end of the spinal cord. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, which aired from 1997 to 2003, depicted Buffy, a teenage girl called upon to protect the world from monsters as she and her friends navigated high school life. It aired on the WB network for 5 seasons before transitioning to UPN for its final 2. Mr. Brendon played Xander Harris, a close friend and unrequited admirer of Buffy, played by Sarah Michelle Gellar. A New York Times review of the show's premiere described Xander as a would-be Don Juan who had a tragic hairstyle, shaggy bangs falling over his eyes, and emanated a premature sense of his own attractiveness to girls. Mr. Brendon would go on to play Xander in video game spin-offs. His voice appeared in the leaked pilot of a planned animated series that was ultimately not produced. Nicholas Brendon with other cast members from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Credit: Getty Images. After his breakout role in Buffy, he played the pastry chef Seth Richman in Kitchen Confidential, a TV adaptation of Anthony Bourdain's memoir of the same name. He starred alongside Bradley Cooper, who played Jack Bourdain, an executive chef recovering from substance abuse. The show, which premiered on Fox in 2005, was canceled after 13 episodes. From 2007 to 2014, he had a recurring role as an FBI technical analyst on the police procedural series Criminal Minds. In 2010, he appeared in 4 episodes of the medical drama Private Practice as Lee McHenry, a patient who assaults one of the show's leads. He also starred in a handful of thriller films, including Redwood, 2017, The Nanny, 2018, and Christmas Slasher, 2024, his final acting credit. Nicholas Brendon Schultz was born on April 12, 1971 in Los Angeles, according to his website. He arrived 3 minutes after his twin brother Kelly Donovan Schultz, who would later appear in an episode of Buffy as Xander's sinister double. Nicholas Brendon, right? Punching his twin brother Kelly Donovan in an episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Credit: Rob Brown, the WB. Mr. Brendon played baseball at Chatsworth High School, but an arm injury that he suffered after graduation ended his dream of playing for the Los Angeles Dodgers. The injury forced him to consider other career options, and he settled on acting. About 2 months after he started acting, Mr. Brendon said recently he was cast in Buffy. "I got lucky," he said. His first film role was in Psycho Beach Party, 2000, a campy satire about teenagers in 1960s Malibu exploring their sexuality. Mr. Brendon, who used his middle name as his last name for his acting career, portrayed Starcat, the love interest of the film's protagonist, Chicklet. Mr. Brendon credited acting with helping him to overcome the stutter he developed at age 7, and he served as an ambassador for the Stuttering Foundation, a nonprofit that supports research into the causes of stuttering. He married the actor Munda T in October 2014, days after announcing their engagement on social media. He said a few months later that they had separated. Outside of acting, he was a painter and a photographer. He co-wrote a volume of a popular Buffy comic book series in 2014. Information about his survivors was not immediately available. In addition to the heart attack that Mr. Brendon posted about on social media in 2023, he also suffered from cauda equina syndrome, which is caused by a compression of nerves at the end of the spinal cord and often leads to pain and weakness in the lower body. He said in 2021 that he was having a second spinal surgery to correct the syndrome. His manager said on social media last year that Mr. Brendon had undergone another spinal surgery. Mr. Brendon openly discussed his struggle with depression after a 2015 incident in Tallahassee, FLA, in which he damaged a hotel room. He said he had stopped taking his medication for depression, which led him to have too many sleeping pills with alcohol. A lot of it has to do with my coming to terms with the stuff I'm having to deal with inside of my head, which is not fun, he said in an interview that year with the Tallahassee Democrat. He frequently spoke to fans through Facebook live streams, answering questions about Buffy, his career, and his health. In a live stream on March 15th, he addressed Hulu's cancellation of a planned Buffy reboot, saying that he felt hurt because the series creator Joss Whedon had not been involved in the reboot. Ms. Geller confirmed the cancellation a few days later. Mr. Whedon's image as a feminist and a thoughtful nerd collapsed in recent years after he was accused of treating actors cruelly on set and having affairs with employees. He has disputed some of the allegations. "It broke my heart," Mr. Brendon said on the live stream, referring to the fallout from the allegations. He asked fans to forgive Mr. Whedon. Mr. Brendon said that although his spinal syndrome had forced him to retire from acting, he believed that there were more stories to be told about Buffy and her friends. He added that thousands of people had told him that the show helped them in hard times. "It just got them through, which means that this show is more than just dollars and cents," he said. "It's something that needs to be honored." Francesca Regalado is a Times reporter covering breaking news. Hannah Ziegler is a general assignment reporter for The Times, covering topics such as crime, business, weather, pop culture, and online trends. Comments. Jane S., Chicago Burbs, March 22nd. Thank you, Mr. Brendon, for all the laughs, cries, gasps, high fives, and grounding Xanderisms that helped make Buffy so great. Wishing you peace and love on your journey to your next destination. JCM, Houston, 7 hours ago. The Zeppo. If you know, you know. Lulu, NYC, 7 hours ago. 64-year-old woman. Demographic that supposedly wouldn't like BTVs. I loved it, and I loved Nicholas's character. He was just plain wonderful. I hope he knew and embraced how loved he was. Condolences and love to his family and friends. Tony, New York City, 6 hours ago. Sorry to hear of his passing. Truly a perfect, talented cast who had wonderful lines to utter. Hope his family realizes what an impact he made on the fans. R.I.P. Can't think of Buffy without you. Metal Mom, somewhere, 5 hours ago. Buffy fan here, so very sorry to hear this. I loved all the dry humor and snark in the show. I collect quotes in a little notebook. Here's one from Xander. It's funny how the earth never opens up and swallows you when you want it to. Becca, L.A. 1 hour ago, R.I.P. Nikki. He was so funny in so many classic Buffy episodes. The praying mantis substitute teacher, the swim team episode, and the time when he falls into the wrong crowd of zombie teenagers who are trying to bake a cake and blow up the school. Then there were the gut-wrenching episodes that revealed how flawed yet real Xander's character was, in particular his relationship with Anya. I wish Nicholas were still with us, along with Michelle Trachtenberg. I wish stardom from being on Buffy hadn't traumatized so many of the cast members. SoCalMTN's Red Oren, the beautiful SoCalMTNs, 2 hours ago. I think that his character, Xander, was an avatar for all the average teens out there just trying to make friends, not flunk out of HS, find their girl or boyfriend. R.I.P. Nicholas Brendon. Joe, New Orleans, 2 hours ago. I know this article is about the actor who will be missed and not his most famous character Xander, but part of what made Buffy the Vampire Slayer such a great show was how grounded and real every character felt. Xander probably exemplified this more than anyone else since he was always the regular guy. No powers, no great genius, somewhat of a horn dog and frequent punching bag for whomever the villain of the week was. I can say for certain I saw myself in Xander a great deal. R.I.P. Chris B. San Francisco, 35 minutes ago. Buffy was a very fun series and he was so good in it. R.I.P. Danny. Austin, 31 minutes ago. Wow, he was young. Loved Buffy so much. Cleo. Brooklyn, 5 hours ago. First Michelle Trachtenberg, then Hulu cancels the Buffy reboot, now Xander. Tough times for Buffy fans. Phil. Texas, 4 hours ago. I find it so sad that he went through so much trauma and ended up a sort of shell. I saw somewhere that he died of natural causes in his sleep. There is no world where a 54-year-old's death is in any way natural. Nikki's legacy will live on through streaming of BTVs. May he finally rest in glorious peace. Michelle McKenna, Ireland, 1 hour ago. Loved him in BTVs, and his geeky friendship with Garcia in Criminal Minds was so cute. May he rest in peace. Massachusetts mom, May, 1 hour ago. So sad. We loved the show and we loved Nicholas in it. Olga, Texas, 1 hour ago. By way of Xander, he will always be a piece of who I am. So thankful for his gift in a show he understood was much more than dollars and cents many times over. R.I.P. Nick.
Thank you for watching this AGNDD Until I Report, dear viewers. Please like, subscribe, and click the bell button to get notified during new uploads. And make sure to tune in next time. Stay safe and healthy. Cheers!